Hello, everybody. We're back here with another video on Mobile Legends Adventures. This is AOG Gaming. So new updates. Uh, Actually, a few games: Balloon Tower Defense 6 and this game. I will go back to those games and do. Well, I want to wait until the boss event for Balloon Tower Defense 6 so I can review everything. Because I mostly just do the newer type content. They didn't release a Paragon, so nothing big. I do have to do map stuff, so I'm gonna get back into that, but I have to do other videos first and also complete those maps because I haven't been playing a lot of BTD6 since it's very time consuming compared to. Actually, I don't know about that. They're pretty much the same. we'll we'll talk about that later. Okay, so new update today. Um, Eos Silviana, I believe. I did get her, so let's just go to her Eternal Oath. So this is her. What I like about me and when I started this game is that I started when they after they released the first ultra rare character, and I had no Eternal Oath scrolls. What are these called again? Eternal summons. Sacred scrolls. Okay. So you guys, I think my last video that I recorded. If I didn't record it, then when the event came out, this event. It came out before the update of her coming out. Where was it? Immoral? No. Prologue to Eternity. Okay, yeah, here we go. So I forgot when it started a while ago. 7 days ago, maybe. No. That does sound right though. Yeah, because I think Forseti's event was the other new hero in the game, the epic hero, not the legendary. But that being said, there's only two legendary heroes in the game, so Forseti is still really good because he's also an order hero, so he's part of the more rare factions as well. Anyway, getting off topic, I bought these. So yeah, as you can see, they're sold out, and yeah, it didn't take that long to save up for them, but um, it it definitely costed a lot. So I spent what was it? So here's the thing. We'll get to that in a second. So what was it, like 15? No, yeah, 1500. No, because it's 5,000. So 15K diamond or gems. What are these called? Yeah, diamonds. God, that's a lot of diamonds. I kind of saved up because I knew she was coming out, part of the update, just in the background. I knew Forseti was coming out too, but I wanted Io Silviana because she is, of course, a legendary hero instead of a epic hero. But I still wanted Forseti, so I was still able to get him in. I might get a second copy if I get, I don't know. Well, we'll see. Because I definitely want more Sylviana copies since I do have her already, and I have one copy of her as well. Um, so actually, yeah, let me just show you the new hero then. Um, well, we can go to her max. We'll just do, I guess, a 6-star right now. So here she is. Um, so there's some differences between her and Sylviana. So that I'm gonna go over that in this video and I'll talk about Forseti a little bit, and then just go to the Tinted Mirage and stuff, because that's basically what this event is about. I didn't really cover Forseti event, but I will the update when he came out because I mean it's still ongoing and it's part of this, so I will just include him in here because I didn't really do a review of him. So we have Io Silviana. First, I'm gonna go to her epic, which is still technically was considered legendary until they released Achilles Alice up here in the corner, because of course, like I said, we only have two legendary heroes. So far they've been both hybrid, which is not bad, but I hope it kind of continues that trend because if they're all hybrid, that'd be cool. It might be bad though, because then that means that just hybrids are much better since there's no you don't get any type advantages or disadvantages. You just have a ton of hybrid heroes, which is kind of easy because you can create a lot of synergies. But it is what it is. Um, so we'll go to Max Forseti, I guess, first. So here's Forseti. Um, so okay, well let's go with his ultimate. He basically kills himself. It deals a lot of damage, depending on how much HP he has, and then he will come back alive once. But if you have a reviver like Nami, whatever, Nani, no, no, that's not. That's not her name. Nana, sorry. Um, she will revive him again, and then he will. I don't know which one comes first. I have to see how that works. But yeah, he's good. He's great with. Whoopsies. He's great with revivers. Um, so yeah, he is just damage. That's all he does really. It's AOE kind of. At least his ultimate, and he gains 400. He gains a lot of energy. So when he dies and then he enters the battlefield, when entering the battlefield or being revived. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. So only when he enters the battlefield. So when he dies, he comes back. So if you can do that twice, he basically casts his ultimate 3 times because he has to cast it. Sorry, cast it initially in order for him to kill himself. But if he dies before he casts it, then he's not going to revive. So that sucks. But if you have Nana, then you can revive him. He'll come back, and if he didn't have enough, if he wasn't like close to activating it, he will get 400 energy. Be like basically activating it if he's not already, and then he'll kill himself and then come back again, and then that's a lot of damage. So still very good because even if he dies, you can bring him back so long as you have a reviver, and you still want a reviver because otherwise you can't take advantage of this part of his ability, his level 2 on his ultimate. But yeah, it's still really good. And yeah, so he casts up to 3 extra beams. So Forseti turns himself into the eternal truth and vanishes, casting 5 beams of judgment. When casting Truth Eternal, Forseti casts 1 extra beam for judgment for every 30% HP left. So he has 100%, and he can only take away 90% because it's in multiples of 30%. So that's 3 extra beams. So 8 beams in total. That's pretty good. Bounces randomly between enemies and attacks 4 times. So 4 enemies, I'm assuming. And then 8 times. So 32 times. That's a dealing 90 damage with the, yeah, okay, so that's why it's not like 300 damage. With the 50% chance to stun the target, which is insanely good because that's 32 times. You have 50% chance 32 times to stun the enemy, or you have a 50% chance to stun the enemy 32 times. That's a better way of saying that. Sorry, excuse me. So very good. Um, he cannot be targeted while casting Truth Eternal, and he will die immediately afterwards. So yeah, it's good because he doesn't. He's not like if he's on the verge of death and he casts his ultimate, he'll still survive, which is insanely good. But then you won't deal a lot of damage. You'll only deal the initial what is it, 90 times 5, so 450. So you'll do 450 damage in total, which is not bad. But then you won't be able to deal the is it, I want to say, wait, 72, so 720 damage. That's a lot. Oh, and it's increased by when you skill him up, obviously, to 110%. So yeah, um, he deals 235 damages to enemies in the area, so near him, can be only used once each time entering or being revived. So again, if you want to use him, you want to utilize him effectively, revivers. They had it in the video when he came out. They showcased them. Nana was one of them, one of the revivers you could use. So literally revivers and you're set. Staria Sipper is also very good because you can get like double nanas on the battlefield, and then you can really crank. Though that's mostly for healing, but if you're dying a lot, then you have to. It's very like mechanically placed, so you have to pull like, I don't know how it would work, but you would have to have the energy gain and energy the same on all the characters, like not the same, but placed perfectly so that they go in the right turn order, and then they continue going in the right turn order. Otherwise, like it messes things up. Because then he will actually die, and then you won't be able to revive him because Nana has revival with tags. Like she puts a buff, not a buff, but it's a tag on characters, and they will be revived if they have the tag. If they die within the time, within a certain amount of time because the buff only lasts a certain amount of time. So once the buff depletes, the character will die, and if they won't be able to get revived by Nana, but Forseti will at least come back once. So kind of guaranteeing his revival if you have him with another reviver. So by himself, he's kind of not that great because most of this stuff stems from him entering the battlefield or being revived. So you literally just need him. Yes, he has some control, um, and he deals some burst damage and some decent damage, but that depends on how much health he has when he casts his ultimate, really. So he's great for, I guess, speed clearing, but that's not like he's okay, I guess. If there's an allied hero alive when Forseti dies for the first time, yeah. So that's what I mean. This is his passive. So by himself, he sucks because of course, if he has no alive ally when he dies, so he'll just die. However, if you have a reviver, so he'll come back alive with 80% HP. So if you have a reviver slash healer, Nana's like a solid one. I keep referring to her because that's the one I have at rank 9 star, whatever it is. Um, yeah, and then he restores 200 energy for the ally with lowest energy after being revived, and then it goes up to 400%, which is insane. So the reason this is really good is because if you have a reviver, you can chain link this. So he'll die, he'll come back, the reviver will heal him, he'll come back, give the energy back to the reviver because they just cast their ultimate like maybe 10 seconds ago, and then they'll get their energy up again, cast it, revive them. So it's just really good. It's just really good at basically continuing his survival and burst. And it's also just like it's just broken. I don't know what else to tell you guys, but you need a reviver. That's the baseline. Okay, and then we are almost halfway, but we're almost done with this character, and then we'll go to Silvanna. We're almost done with Forseti. He enhances his basic attack 3 times after entering the battlefield or being revived. Each enhanced basic attack will prioritize the enemy with the highest attack, dealing damage equal to 160% of his attack. I mean, that's pretty solid, but it's like nothing to write home about. Enhanced basic attacks can penetrate enemies, dealing damage to all enemies on the path, which is good. Once you get it to level 2, it's like, okay, so now he's dealing like decent AoE. It's not AoE, it's like burst, but like in lines near him, and I guess AoE on his ultimate, but that's it. Because that goes to every enemy 32 times. Or 4 enemies, but that's basically 80% of the team. Increases the damage dealt to 190% attack. So now it's just insanely good. So he's good, of course, when you max him out. He's going to be dealing insane damage. Really, getting his ultimate, his level 3, his third ability, sorry, to level 3 would be insanely good because then when you have that reviver, at least to level 2, when you have that I can't speak today. Um, you can just chain link, it's a weird way of saying it. That's how it works in Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not an infinite combo, but you like he dies, he comes back, and so long as the healer can regenerate enough energy and stay alive, you can continue reviving Forseti, and it's just insanely powerful. Yeah, so it's really good. And then if you have like a Staria Cypress, she can summon another reviver, and then you can get really crazy with the revives there. So he's insanely good. But of course, there's a new legendary hero. That's what I love about this game. It's still, well, I don't know if it was still in development because it's been going on for a while. But now when they decided to call these guys epic heroes, I knew at that point, even though I joined the game really late, I was like, huh. Like they started releasing legendary heroes, so it seems like they're now starting to release like the really broken cool heroes. Um Still though, I want them to do other collabs because they have Hestia and like from anime that's so cool. Like I really like when they do that. When they have the IP for it, because if they don't, then they can get canceled, and that's not cool. That they're using something without permission. um, okay, so Achilles Alice, we know she's broken. Honestly, in the dungeon, the normal dungeon, she's so good because you can just do whatever the hell you want. Uh, you can have like one other healer. You don't even need another healer. You just get some healing buffs along the way when you're battling, and you're just insanely strong. I can do more dungeon gameplay. I did one, I think, but not enough. So look at my other videos on this game, but I'm pretty sure they should be there. So yeah, um, Achilles Alice is basically used everywhere in top gameplay and leaderboards, and like I can show you guys, but like she's the other legendary hero. So like we're gonna try and compare Io Silviana, but some people already have her there. So sorry, where was I going? So we can go to arena. So we go to brawl arena. So you can see they already have the Achilles Alice because they also have a Astaria Cipra like maxed out. Holy cow! So yeah, they have Achilles Alice right here. So like just insane, the skin and everything. So this person just like insanely broken. This do they have? They don't have. So they have the original Silviana on their team. So they need Io Silvanna. Sorry, Io Silvanna. Keep why do I keep pronounce? They have such like interesting, complicated names. They can't just be normal names or god names. Um, so Silvana. Um, okay, well, I want to see. Does anyone have her like on their team? Oh, okay, there we go. Yep, Io Sylvian. Sorry, Silvana. All right, already level 30. Freaking equipment. That's insane. Okay, yeah, that's broken. Um, So yeah, as you can see, people already. Oh, this person has Forseti. Oh my god, already. Hey, okay, this person just has both new heroes. So yeah, as you can see, they're already at the top. And then when they released Crocell, I believe that's her name, right? What is her name? Does anyone else have her on her team? Okay, whatever. Getting off topic at that point. So yeah, she's gonna be used everywhere. Like it's just a thing. Legendary heroes are gonna come out. Hopefully, well, it's been like what, a month, maybe 3 weeks since the last hero has been released, Achilles Alice for well, legendary hero because they also released epic heroes. So it really is gonna determine like the next few heroes because right now it's just the beginning. So these characters are broken, but we don't know if that's gonna be the norm going forward. If it is, I'm okay with that because honestly, it shows their power and it's advancing the game, so now there's a second tier to it. But they're still releasing epic heroes that are not on par completely, but they still provide insane synergy with them because these characters are very niche. Like it's very similar to Dislike, where they are very specific at one thing, but they excel so well at it, and you need characters that do that specific thing as well with additional stuff if you can, but mostly that just to amplify the synergy. So I guess we'll start with her realm skill because that's what every legendary hero has. It's like a fifth skill, but not really. It's more of a passive, like I guess ultimate, passive ultimate. It's cool. So her level one, every 3 seconds, she'll recover all allies' energy over time based on the ratio of their shield to max HP. There's a few heroes that can give themselves shield. Lolita comes to mind because she's used a lot. The owl, I forgot his name. He's an owl character. He gives shields to characters. Like that's probably one of the best synergies because he can give your entire team shields. Akai gives shields at the beginning. The tank that I use. Sorry, give me one sec. I was drinking water. So yeah, it's not hard to build synergy with her, but if you want her to be strong, there's some characters you need to use. I could probably do like a better showcase, but I need to build a few characters and then use them and then show you guys. But yeah, basically if your characters have shield and when there's it's weird what the second sentence says. So every 3 seconds recovers all allies' energy over time based on the ratio of their shield to max HP. Okay, so usually shield is less than your HP because that's a lot of shield. You don't really need a whole ass bar of shield. So this is why I say like you need a lot of shield in order to make sure that your characters are having the maximum energy regen because then it can just go ham. So when their shield exceeds their max HP, they reach the max energy regen 20. Okay, so that's interesting because you need a lot of shield to exceed your HP. That's a lot of shield, but let's move on. So level 2, all allies on the same team gain HP plus 3%. So interesting as well because usually shield is based on HP, so this is not a big detriment, but it maybe there's a way it is because you want to exceed your shield wants to exceed the HP in order to maximize this effect. Um, increases the max energy regen to 30%, so sorry to 30, so that's insane. When allies use shield, when allies used shield reaches 50% of their average max HP, the Imperial Hawk will. Okay, so this one is broken though, because getting up to 50% shield or more is pretty easy. I mean, it requires some setup, but it's doable. Um, yeah, you basically get a spamming Hawk every second. Yeah, because at most 1 per second, that equals 240% of Silvanna's attack, which is a lot. EO Silvanna. Um, yeah, it's so broken. It's ridiculous. So basically, every second you can just get a bird, 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 bird. So she is like a spamming damage dealer. And you can see she's a fighter. And she is durable, so that's the shield part. So she lasts with shields, heals, and deals damage. I hope not all legendaries have healing. I mean, I know it's an essential part of like most games like this that are made like this, but it's really not gonna make the game as diverse and fun. Because I mean, Atlas Alice basically her entire kit is just healing your entire team. Eel Silvanna is like, I'll heal your entire team, but only if they have a certain amount of shield, and then otherwise, you got shield. I'll spam some owls. That's pretty much what I'm getting from this. Um, okay, well let's just get to her actual skills. So her ultimate Eel Silvanna summons the Imperial Hawk behind her that swoops down on enemies in front and creates a powerful wave of air, interrupting their skills and dealing damage equal to 250% of her attack. So basically, the Hawk plus 10% attack, and each time Eo Sylvanas' shield exceeds 50% of her max HP, deals 50% damage once to enemies in front, up to 3 times. And does this also activate her level 4 skill? I know there was level 5 and 6, but that's just some boost, so it doesn't really matter that much. But, well, I guess the Hawk damage is 360, which is insane, because that's like literally a 120% damage boost right there, or attack boost. So yeah, 360 is ridiculous because now you're just it's kind of speed clear. It's more well, I guess it can be speed clear if you have a like just a lot of shield. You just give energy to the character that can give a lot of shields to your team, and then I think I can get 50. I have to see. I have to see. I think with the Kai and the Owl character, I have to see what his name is. So yeah, um, each wave of air increases damage that enemies take from Eo Sylvana by 15% for 10 seconds. Each wave of. Oh, okay. Wait. So it can stack. Interesting. Um, so every time she casts her ultimate, she will. But there's no limit. That's interesting? Well, I guess she can die, but like if you keep healing her, this is potentially kind of broken because like it can stack. So she just needs to activate her ultimate every time. It's only 10 seconds, but if you can give her like the nature potion of nature and like I don't know some others, oh that's probably it. Yeah, that's all you can really give her. If there's a way for her to get a lot of energy, like other characters that you can get on her team to give her energy, she can be, because she just has to activate her ultimate, and she can do that like every 2 seconds. If every five, like you can, 10 seconds is a lot. Like you can get it to like 9 seconds, which is like a really long time. So like you, honestly, your character probably activates that many times. So honestly, I think this just stacks passively for the most part. But if you miss the 10 seconds, then it's over. Which sucks if there's enemy energy reduction on the enemy team. So you need to make sure that she activates it as fast as possible, even if she does get energy reduction, at least within 10 seconds. But yeah, that's broken. That's a decent amount of time too. So you can get like yeah, it's infinite. Like you can stack it. I'm pretty sure you can break this. This is what why why did they make this character's passive or not passive ultimate so broken? And then it increases it to 350. So then after that, basically the longer Eos Silvanna lasts, the more damage she's going to be doing. And if your allies have a 50% or more HP shield, she's going to be dealing in a ridiculous amount of damage. Like it's just ridiculous, and it really fast too. So speed cleave, that's literally what she is. Um, she lifts the nearest enemy, dealing follow the light. Sorry, level 4. Dealing damage equal to 210% of her attack. When an ally uses their basic attack on the same enemy, the enemy takes extra damage to 5% of the ally shield for 6 seconds. This effect triggers up to 6 times for each hero. So up to 30% damage. Um, but it's based on HP shield, so it's not 5%. And HP is like 10 times the amount of attack in this game. So that's a decent amount of damage. Just look at it as 5 HP, so 30% HP, which is a lot. When the unit is defeated, all allies gain a shield equal to when the unit, is it talking about Silvanna? Equal to 40% of the unit's max. Is, I'm pretty sure that's a weird way of wording that. Cannot exceed 100% of Eo Silvanna's max HP. Interesting. Okay. Um, I don't know how that works. It says when the unit. I think it's supposed to say when a unit. Um, but if it's when she dies, then having a reviver, extra insane on a team. Now you can bring her back and then activate this effect again. um, okay, now bathe in glory. So now shield. So both Eo Savannah and the ally with the lowest HP gain a shield equal to 400% of her attack. Meanwhile, their shield is increased to 30% of their lost HP for 10 seconds. So it's good because she doesn't activate these till a little bit later. So if your teammates are losing a little bit HP, however, I will say if you have a lot of shield on your team, it doesn't really matter, because it's only going to be 400% of her attack because you're going to have shield and your team is going to be at full health. Um, and they're going to be regenerating with Eel Silvana's realm skill. Each time an ally is granted a shield by this skill, permanently increases their shield bonus by 20. So this is the really thing that's broken. Um, because the shield bonus is per character, but I'm pretty sure it stacks with other characters. So the owl character, I will go check his name. Don't worry. Stop slandering me in the comments if anything. um, and like Lolita and other characters that just give themselves shield. So this is so broken because now you can guarantee her realm skill, her level 4 realm skill, where she will spam the owl every second, which is broken. 260. Oh, well, actually, it's only 240 at level 4, but if you get it max. And then her last skill. Each time Eel Silvana gains a shield equal to 25% of her max HP, her attack permanently increases by 5% up to 50%, which is really good because the more attack she does, the greater this shield is going to be, and the more damage she's going to be doing. So faster cleave. And when taking lethal damage, Eel Silvana enters Fortitude state that lasts 3 seconds, during which she becomes invincible. When Fortitude ends, Eos Silvanna gains a shield equal to 600% of her attack. The shield is increased to 50% of the total damage dealt by the team during Fortitude state, so basically a 100% HP shield. Fortitude takes effect at most every 12 seconds. It doesn't really matter when you get a full HP bar, because by the end of 12 seconds, you will have no more shield and you can just get it again. Well, you have to die first, but it only happens once, but you can revive her, and I don't know if it resets it, but we have to see if that happens. Because it says when taking lethal damage, but not when dying. So I guess it only happens when she's literally about like to die. So I guess having a reviver would be fine, but then she won't get the shield, and then she won't get the last effect, which is fine. Her attack is increased by 10% now every time she gains it. Ooh, that's insane. Up to 100%. So yeah, that's it broken. Now it's just double. Yeah. So before it was like, oh, okay, that's pretty nice. Now it's like, oh, so she's gonna just destroy the tanky meta because she's a speed cleave tank. That's what she is. I don't think it's gonna ruin the game too much, but everyone who gets a handle on her maxed out as fast as possible. Yeah, like all the new legendary heroes that are coming out. Yes, get the epics because they'll be nice, but all the ultra rare legendary heroes that are coming out, they're just gonna be so much better and broken. Like we already saw how Achilles Alice just your team doesn't die; they just heal, and they never have less than 100% health, so you can get a ton of crazy combos. Eel Silvanna will basically be the same thing, but instead it will be shields and uh, your team will regen energy. So I don't know, like it's really broken. So yeah, it's energy based. So Achilles Alice was healing. Now Silvanna is energy. So really cool synergy. I like how that works. You could probably put Alice on the same team, but I don't have Alice, unfortunately. Though they came up with a new piece for heroes, like a new thing. So I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, really broken, and then increases to 4 seconds. So, and then you can heal her. So she gains the shield, but then you can just heal her. So broken. That's all I have to say. Yeah, I think that's it because we're basically at time. So I can show you. Well, it doesn't really matter. Um, but yeah, really broken. And the best part is that if you get her, you can use her in the Arbiter of Frost, and she already starts out at 6 star because she's a legendary hero, so she's already broken. Um, so I do start battle. So this is the team I've been using, and even less with less power, they've been demolishing the enemy team. And sometimes, like recently, they've been close to dying because it's harder since all my characters don't have a lot of. I might equip equipment on them, but they don't have a lot of stuff on them. They have nothing actually. And they're all like 5 stars. So yeah, but I'm able to upgrade their special item or equipment or whatever it's called. What is it called? So let's do some quick checking. So everything that I missed because I am illiterate and apparently hate this game. So soul vessels. So all their soul vessels. I was able to you're able to upgrade them in that event. So pretty cool. So owl guy. So I kept mentioning him. So Diggy. I won't forget your name now, Diggy. So yeah, buff and shield. So like I was saying, provides all his allies with a shield equal to 295% of his attack. So around 16k at level 1, which well for level 1 that's around say like 25% of your HP, which isn't bad. And then he also restores HP when you get him up. He'll heal as well, weakest melee ally. So he's better with melee, of course. Um, but it's fine because he also heals HP allies HP who falls under 50%. and I mean it's really only good for melee. But moving on, Diggy throws an alarm cloud that explodes, and then he stuns them. This doesn't really matter. So his other skill provides 20% damage reduction, and then he gets energy. He restores his energy when allies he's healing take damage, um, which is really good because now it goes hand in hand with Silvanna. So not only will he provide the shield, but then he provides damage mitigation, so you can keep the shields longer and gain energy. Well, Diggy will gain energy passively, so you can get his ultimate and keep cycling those shields. Um, I mean, regular Silvanna is also good. I don't have her, but yeah. Okay, so let's go to where's. Yeah, I guess we just go to go to light, right? So we don't have Silvanna. So Silvanna, just a normal version of her, she's still really good. She's more like of a normal tank, but yeah, well, she's a fighter, but fighter tank. She gains a shield 1200% of her attacks, and she rebuilds the shield during which she's immune to all damage, and it's triggered once every. It's okay. So like I'll do a review on her later because we're close, but she's really broken too. Like just read all of this. This is super broken. She gets energy regen too. Um, she gets the hawk as well, so she'll be dealing damage with Eos Silvana as well, and yeah, and then she just has shield synergy. So the shield synergy and stuff really good. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, AOG Gaming here. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. Really shows your support. Helps me out, keeps you up to date with our content. 98 subscribers and going strong last time I checked. So you guys are amazing. Keep going. And yeah, um, cool update. Excuse me. Um, Io Silvana, really broken character. Forseti, broken in the right setup, but that's most epic heroes. That's kind of how it works. Legendaries are seeming kind of like that, but at the same time, they're also seeming kind of universal. But we'll see with the later release of characters if legendaries will all be hybrid or just have similar faction typing to epic heroes. Anyway, thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you guys later.